Have you ever stopped to think that the Jetsons don't live in the sky because it's the future? They live there because they can't go down. The surface is still infected, and the Flintstones are the evidence of what happened to those who stayed. Look at the proof. In 396 episodes, the Jetsons never show what exists below the clouds. Never. The vehicles fly, the buildings float, but no one touches the ground. Actually, in 1987, there was an official crossover. Jetsons and Flintstones crossed paths. Same timeline, not future and past, the same present. The Jetsons went down once and discovered what remained of humanity. Notice the technology. Jetsons have television. Flintstones have stone television. Jetsons have telephone. Flintstones have bone telephone. They're the same creations, one in its original form, the other rebuilt with what was left. Actually, the Jetsons know what happened. That's why Rosie does all the outside work. That's why the children never play outdoors. That's why George panics when something falls. They fear what's below. The most disturbing evidence. The names in bedrock, Flintstone, fire-starting rock, rubble, debris, names of devastation. The Flintstones don't know where they came from. The Jetsons know, and never revealed it. Actually, the 1987 crossover was buried because it exposed the truth. The rich departed for the sky. The poor remained below. George knows. Jane knows. Elroy and Judy will never find out because parents don't reveal to their children that they abandoned the rest of humanity to perish. The Flintstones aren't the past. They're what the Jetsons abandoned behind. Actually, the Flintstones aren't prehistoric. They're survivors of a nuclear war, and the Jetsons live in the sky because the surface is still contaminated. Look at the evidence. Fire-starting rock, rubble, debris, slate, demolition material. Their entire identity is defined by what remained after the destruction. Actually, the Flintstones have technology that shouldn't exist in prehistoric times. Telephone, television, camera, newspaper, bowling, cinema. These aren't primitive inventions. They're fragmented memories of a civilization they destroyed. The most disturbing evidence. Fred works at Slate Rock and Gravel Company, rock mining. But slate also means post-explosion construction material. Fred doesn't mine rocks. He mines the radioactive remains of the old world. Actually, the 1987 crossover was buried, almost never re-aired. The implication was too clear. The rich went to the sky, the poor stayed below. Fred doesn't remember the old world. Wilma doesn't remember. Barney doesn't remember. Radiation erased everything. Only the instinct to rebuild what they lost remained. The Jetsons aren't the future. The Flintstones are.